Jami-Lee Ross.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Question to the Minister of Finance. What measures has the government taken to support New Zealand families, particularly through delivering better public services to those most in need?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, 2 years ago the Prime Minister set 10 challenging results targets for ministers and the public service, which focus on helping some of New Zealand's most vulnerable people. These targets are transparent and updated publicly every 6 months. The latest update yesterday confirmed the government is making good overall progress in reducing welfare dependency, supporting vulnerable children, boosting skills and employment, reducing crime and improving citizens' interaction with government. More school leavers are attaining NCA Level 2, for instance. More New Zealanders are moving off welfare into work and crime is falling. As we said yesterday, there is more to do in some areas, but overall these indicators show that we are moving in the right direction on some of our more challenging social problems.
Supplementary question, Jami-Lee Ross.
Why did the government set 10 challenging public service targets 2 years ago?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, because we found that in a public service that had had large amounts of extra money through the first up to 2008, they weren't thinking hard enough about what results the government was trying to achieve for people, whereas they were quite good at thinking about how to get more funding for their department. We also felt that the government should put itself to the test by being held accountable as to whether it was achieving for New Zealanders the kind of results that taxpayers expect when they hand over billions of dollars a year to be spent on public services. And what we've learned from this exercise is that what works for the community, a safer community, a stronger community, also means is also good for the government's books.
Supplementary question, the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Has he asked the Minister responsible for Better Public Service result number 8, the Honourable Judith Collins, why she did not inform him in 2012 that she knew that recorded crime statistics in her own electorate and South Auckland were incorrect, thus undermining the integrity of the Better Public Services results? And if he did ask her, what was her answer? And if he didn't ask her, why hasn't he?
Order. Honourable Bill English.
I expect that the Minister wasn't asked that question. Crime is clearly falling. The police... Well, it is.
Order.
Well, we know
Order.
Thank you. We know the Labor Party don't trust the police, but we do. And the Police Commissioner...
Point of order, the Honourable David Parker.
It's question time, sir. My question was specific. It had 2 parts, but it's not an opportunity for the Deputy Prime Minister to misrepresent Labor Party policy.
Order. I struggle to accept the member's point that the question was specific. It was quite a long question. I accept it was 2 parts. I attempted to write it down. I guess the way forward, I'll invite the member to ask his question again, but if he could make it more succinct, it would help me perhaps get the answer the member might be expecting.
Mr Speaker, has he asked the Minister responsible Better Public Service result number 8, the Honourable Judith Collins, why she didn't inform him in 2012 that she knew that recorded crime statistics in her own electorate and South Auckland were incorrect, and if he hasn't, why hasn't he asked her?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, no. The Minister's subsequent comments of the Minister of Police have indicated the police have moved to deal with what they are quite sure is a one-off situation. This is a matter of trust in the police. The government trusts the police. The opposition clearly don't, but the public do. And that's not the first time the opposition have been out of step.
Order. Supplementary question, Jami-Lee Ross.
What recent reports has the Minister received on the impact of the government's significant support programs on household incomes?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, I've received the latest annual household incomes report from the Ministry of Social Development. regarded as the most authoritative analysis on incomes in New Zealand. It notes that income inequality has been volatile in recent years, with the global financial crisis impacting on investment returns, employment and wages. It concludes there is no evidence of any general rise or fall in income inequality since the mid-1990s. The trend line is almost flat, and some people who've looked at it say it is falling. There is no evidence of any general rise or fall in income inequality since the mid-1990s. So those who claim that income inequality in New Zealand is getting worse, that is, those who claim the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, are simply not correct. The facts show that is not the case.
Question number 4, Materia Ture.
Mr Speaker, tēnā koutou te whare. My question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he stand by all his government's policies?
Right, Honourable Prime